Yo, Fusion.
Yo,
You ready?
long time.
We no regular.
Never.
Them know our style, you know.
Yeah, what?
You know we can't team cause we wild, you know. Girls and Kyle, you know.
Make them know this. Brother the Benz are the brother the rims. Tell a boy no red eye, me work hard for me things. Them know a regular we fly like say we have wings. When you have thick fat Kyle, then a brother the link. Yeah, we no really matter when nobody wants say. We no beg firm, we full of militants. Your gala say she like me cause me clothes them trendy. Full of jewelry and we money plenty. The whole place a burn up. Yeah, anywhere we turn up. Money and girls off the surplus. Yeah, no boy can't hurt us. Touch road we never nervous. Some boy a clown in a circus. Yeah, put them in a dirt fuss. Yeah, we a flip the gal them skirt fuss. Yeah, action pack we no storyteller. Style them different, no we no popular. Clips off the load when no roll with killer. If I no girls and money then a jokes we inna. Some boy a beginner, we are the winner. Roll with the spinner when me on for the dinner. Your gal get pick up when me roll up in the beamer. Thick fat Kyle and liquor. The whole place a burn up. Yeah, anywhere we turn up. Money and girls off the surplus. No boy can't hurt us. Touch road we never nervous. Some boy a clown in a circus. Yeah, put them in a dirt fuss. Yeah, we a flip the gal them skirt fuss. Brother the Benz are the brother the rims. Tell a boy no red eye, me work hard for me things. Them know a regular we fly like say we have wings. When you have thick fat Kyle, then a brother the link. Yeah, we no really matter when nobody wants say. We no beg firm, we full of militants. Your gala say she like me cause me clothes them trendy. Full of jewelry and we money plenty. The whole place a burn up. Yeah, anywhere we turn up. Money and girls off the surplus. Yeah, no boy can't hurt.
Clean clothes, madman. Understand? Good.
All Faces ENT Records.
No.
Yeah, what's there?
Done. Me chout nah joke, me killers a rock psycho bunny for your clothes. I'm Mary full up the wardrobe, but no $50,000 when me want smoke. Dub plate price higher than coke, run flat pine road, start car with button pull gate with code. She a tip on tour, one fuck to a rat bat song I never sold. The place dark when me grow up, but pendant shine, watch diamonds glow. Too much rifle for afraid of foe. Too much lyrics for can't find flow. DJ, some boy made slow, but chop on no credit, bang bang a phone. When you see bad man a roll, still a rent car, still in a your grandmother house.
Clean clothes, bad man. Clock chips so we roll. Kingston a where me born. Brooklyn a where me grow. The place dark where me from. Badness a where we know. Choppy line daily every day, man I get it though. Diamonds them a glow. Big Benz touch your road. High grade man a smoke. Mary pan the tea, yeah, Christian Dior. You know the code. The rifle them enough. We no afraid and a four. They shoot now.
The place dark when me grow, but pendant shine, watch diamonds glow. Too much rifle for afraid of foe. Too much lyrics for can't find flow. Some boy made slow, but chop on no credit, bang bang a phone. God, when you see bad man a roll, still a rent car, still in your grandmother.
Pull up in the G63. Clock 4-3, tuck under the white tee. Pocket full of green, all faces are grease. Sport button get pressed by turbo screen right now.
Dub plate price higher than coke, run flat pine road, start car with button pull gate with code. Shirt tip on tour, one to the rat bat song I never souls. The place dark when me grow, but pendant shine, watch diamonds glow. Too much rifle for afraid of foe.
That's crazy. I know, it's crazy. Right. It looks like you got to get it. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, my conversation? Hold on one second here. I'm just trading here. Hold on a second here. Probably have to pick that conversation up a little bit later. All right. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here now. Sorry about that. I was live for about 7 minutes, but when your friends are calling you, you have to take that call, right? Because friends are more important than anything in the world. And she was just having a hard time with the situation. But welcome to Chasing That High. Sorry for the 7 minute delay, but that's my friend. This could wait because this is on automatic. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to charts here. There's just a stock that I really want. There's a stock that I really want to talk about in the morning here. We're late. Stock market's open. All right, let's go. Let's over here. Let's share screen. Because right now we're going to be trading. All right. And let's make this puppy a lot bigger. So you're seeing less of me and you're seeing what's going on. Obviously, I'm trading on the other screen. I'm not going to give you my password, and I'm not going to show you how broke I am. All right. So all my people back in April. So let me tell you a little story. And this is why I'm doing this video, because this is a really, really good story I just want to share with everyone. I woke up and I put it on CNBC, and Senator Warren was on like this tirade. And I just had a feeling in my heart, like in my gut, because right now I'm just trading on gut, because I do all my trading in my underpants, right? I do all my feeling by gut, but I got to get better at technical analysis. So we're going to get, I'm going to, as I'm learning it, I'm going to be sharing it with you guys too. All right. I woke up one morning, thrown on CNBC, Senator Warren, she's going absolutely insane, right? She's saying a whole bunch of stuff. And I logged on because you got to understand that the stock is influenced by news, whether good or bad, right? And we could get into the whole fake news and press releases and everything else. So basically, stocks are traded pre-market with early morning press releases, right? They'll say one or two things in the press release, and that can move the stock up or down, or somebody else does a press release that can move the stock up or down if you're from a credited source. So I'm up and I'm watching Elizabeth Senator Warren just talk. And I'm all like, this is crazy. What she's saying is just absolutely crazy. And I'm going to log on and see what the action is. I log on and I saw NVIDIA at $90. And I'm like, holy shit. Because I couldn't afford NVIDIA. I could never afford NVIDIA. I could afford NVIDIA probably 30 years ago, but I can't afford it now. But at $90, I thought it was just a steal. And I just felt what she was saying influenced the market down. She was just hammering on Trump and how he's ruining the country and all this stuff. So I see NVIDIA at $90. So I go, I only have $100. I gotta buy this puppy. I gotta buy it right now at $100. So I bought it at $100. Okay, fine. A couple minutes later, just a couple of minutes later, Donald Trump comes on and says he's going to extend the tariffs to July. I look down on my phone again, and NVIDIA's gone to 114. I'm like, I made $14 in minutes. Like, some people might say, well, that's only $14. Do you know how many Americans are working right now for $15 an hour? Do you know how many Americans are pissed off that they're not making $14 an hour? I just made $14 in 3 minutes. So could you imagine if I was making, do the math, just do the math. If I was making $14 every 3 minutes, how much an hour would that be for one day? Well, people might say, well, that NVIDIA stock, that was an anomaly. Is that even how you even say that word? I gotta get all my funny shit going. Well, every single day, there's stuff that moves $14. You just have to find the right thing. It just happens to be NVIDIA's turn. But with your scanner, you can find those big swings. But I'm not really a day trader. I just want to show you guys what's happening in real time as you're watching it right now. Stay with me here. Stay with me here. Let me bring my face in here. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see my face. But you can still see the action. I took my last $100 because I felt that Senator Warren was just going after Trump. And what people don't understand is, even if Donald Trump is doing something fucked up and the opposing party fights that, it brings volatility into the market, right? And let's say the Democrats are doing something really good, and Donald Trump said something off the wall when he wasn't the president. That news could float this market negative or bad. So people got to be careful with what they say. The point of the story is not whether you're Democrat or Republican. The point of the story is, okay, I took my last $100, It made me $14 within 3 minutes. It went up to 114. Okay, cool. If I had vested $1,000 into the same exact play, I would have got 100. If I invested 10,000 into the same exact play, how much would that have been? If I had taken $100,000 and made the same exact play, how much money would I have made? Right? You're just adding zeros to it. Right? And remember I said 114 because I'm an idiot and I can't do math. We're just going to say I only made $10. Right? I invested $100, I got 10 back. If I invested 1,000, I would have got 100 back. If I invested 10,000, I would have got 1,000 back. If I would have invested 100,000, I would have got 10,000 back. And if I would have invested $1 million, I would have got the 100,000. I hope my math is correct. Like I said, this is a guy talking stocks in his boxer shorts. So I definitely wouldn't take any of this information seriously. But now I want you guys to look at this run. The sell is 193.99. The buy is 193.96. All my stock people know that spread is super tight. And it's moving at such high volume right now. It's like NVIDIA is at 194. Now, I don't know what happened with NVIDIA this morning. So what you usually do is you just go and check NVIDIA here. And let's click on news and see what happened. There we go. So an hour ago, and this is why this shit's important, right? An hour ago, if you go to Yahoo Finance, NVIDIA rises after U.S. approves billions in AI chips exports to the UAE. That was an hour ago. So at 8:50, this news came out that NVIDIA, and let me see if I can share the screen with you guys, because I want you to see this. Let me see here. Let me go over here, share screen, and let's see if it'll show me. There we go. Can I share it? Is it showing? There it is. All right. So NVIDIA raises after U.S. approves billions in AI exports to the UAE. November 9th, NVIDIA on the NASDAQ, ticker NVDA, rose about 1% in pre-market trading Thursday after the United States government approved billions of dollars worth of companies' AI chips exports to the United Arab Emirates, according to Bloomberg. The move marks a major step in advance in a bilateral artificial intelligence framework between Washington and Abu Dhabi. The Commerce Department, Bureau of Industry and Security, issued the export license under an agreement reached in May, according to the report. So this has been in the works for months. And this is why you have to be patient. The agreement allows for as many as 500,000 high-end chips annually, with 20% allocation for Abu Dhabi AI firm G42. Though initially approved or reportedly excluded the company, future licenses may depend on how Emirates investments proceed. U.S. officials have described the initiative as a part of a strategy to limit Chinese influence in AI infrastructure while strengthening American technology ties to the Middle East. Now you could be a conspiracy theorist and say this somehow has something to do with what's going on in Gaza, right? It just seems that now in America we're just we're making friends with our Muslim counterparts, our amigos, our trade partners. It just seems that we're moving in that direction. If you bought this stock at $100 in April, yeah, it took a long time, right? It took a couple of months. But now you've doubled your money. And people say, well, you're doing the math wrong because you bought it for 100, it's only 194. This is going to 200. it's going to 200. And I look at my chart here. If I look at my chart here, I could see we have a resistance right now, like a very short resistance, like a paper ceiling resistance at 195. Is at a high of 195 right now. So we're $5 off from everybody doubling their money today. Today is crazy. The market is fucking crazy today. It's absolutely insane today. It's insane. Pringle, what's going on, baby? Welcome to the Chizzy, man. Just seen you. Yeah, Pringle, this is just something that I just want to sorry I didn't see you, brother. Sorry I'm getting to you late. But this is just something that I just want to share with you. Today is going to be a crazy day. So if I go back in the timeline, at 8:32, NVIDIA stock jumps again. This is why you got to get early. This is why you have to this is why you have to do this is crazy. This is absolutely insane what's going on right now. So right now we're seeing a high of 195. God knows what the stock is going to close at today. I mean, the volume that's being traded right now is absolutely insane. We're taking a little dip. Let me bring up my charts here. Go on my charts on my other screen. Yeah, this is just crazy. I wish I could show you my charts, but I can't. It has all my account information and shit on it. But the volume that's being traded right now is absolutely insane. And as you can see, is at 193. So I guarantee you, so if I go back to the trade and I looked at it, so let's say you bought NVIDIA, what time? So if you had bought it in the pre-market at 829, what were we asking for 829? Was 192. So this thing's actually been running all night. Yeah, this thing's been 192. It had a peak at 193 at 8:30. And then I'm looking at the, let's go to the chart here. We got to go to the fucking chart of this. Let's go to the chart. And let's see if Yahoo Finance will give us the candles that we need. Can we get candles on this puppy? Let me see how that looks on the stream. How does that look? Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. All right. So 195 was our high. And then now you start seeing us take a dip. So I would assume that at like, yeah. So this thing started its run at 189 at 4 o'clock yesterday. So after hours, it went to 192 after hours. Somebody probably knew that this news was coming out, and that's when the action started. And then it took a dip at 192. And then at 9:38, it took a little dip. Then at 9:42, that's when it started its climb. Look at it. Things taking its climb, took a little dip, came out here. So now we're at the 10 o'clock mark. We're just waiting because you got to understand these candles. I don't know. Is this a minute candle? I don't even know what candle. I don't know how to use Yahoo Finance settings. What is this? Draw. Technicals, indicator. Let's see indicators. Let's go commonly used. I don't even know what the fuck. What am I doing here? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. But we're at $5 today. So think about it. So think about if you had 1,000,000 shares, you made $5 on 1,000,000 shares. You had 100,000 shares, right? You made $5 per share. That's just this morning. So as we look here, we're at a high of 195. We took a little dip, had a little consolidation here. We didn't know what the stock was trying to do, right? So I took profit, right? People took profit 942, 953. So from 942 to 953, people took profit. The sellers came in. I was like, I'm good for the day, right? I had $100,000 in the stock. I made $3 roughly a share, depending on the buy and ask and the spread that you sold it at. Usually, when you buy a lot of stocks, you usually want to sell it a lot cheaper than what it's actually going for because you're moving a lot of volume, right? So probably the big guys, they probably unloaded this stock maybe at the 195 or 194, right? So right here, we're at 191. So you made $4 a share. $4 a share times 100,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. So here we are. We're at the 10-minute candle. I'm trying to see if these are 1 minute. I think these are what? Yeah. So right now we're looking at the 1 minute candle. So again, we're up here. Little consolidation. You sold, right? You probably bought in. Buyers came back in again. Now we see a little consolidation, little come up. We're still kind of confused right in here. Can I draw on this thing? I can't draw on this thing. What happened? What happened? Ah, here we go. 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 This is what I wanted to see. My candles. Here we go. So for all my day traders, what I don't do is, which a lot of guys do, which I don't do. A lot of guys will see this doji, and then you got to invert, and then you got to hammer, right? Where the sellers pushed the stock down just a little bit, but the buyers pushed it up, and that would let you know that we're on a run. Me personally, I'm not really a good day trader. I can't read this right here. I just don't understand this right here. I would have probably got in at 192 because I have to see steps going up for me to make a play. And I think that's the safest way to do day trading for me. A lot of dogs would have came in right here. They saw that doji, then they saw the hammer, and they know they got one step. They probably would have got in here at 191 and took it to 195, right? So that's a pretty good uptrend right there. That's a pretty good uptrend. And you see right here, right? You see right here with this stem right here, the sellers came in and pushed that stock down. And then in the next minute, the buyers came in and pushed it back up. And then the buyers pushed it back up. And then the sellers. and then we've got the sold off here. Look at that, people. So let's go back. Look at that. That is craziness. That is absolute craziness. So here we are here. We're hovering about a 193, which is still good for me because remember, I bought in at $100. What I wish I'd done was and this is why I gotta get to bed early. I wish I woke up early. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a trade today. We're gonna do a live trade today. All right. I'm gonna tell you when I get in. We're gonna buy some shit on margin here. I'm gonna buy 5 shares on margin here. Buy 5 shares on margin when I get to my watching the market here. I'm watching it also on my Thinkorswim. I talked too much. I should have got in early. All right, I'm gonna buy at 194. All right, I'm in. I bought at 194. And now I'm just gonna go to my charts. And I just gotta see this thing here. I'm gonna get my sell up. So I bought 5. Hold on a second here. Let me see here. Let me go here. Hold on a second. Bear with me. Let me go on my thing here. Let's see here. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. So I just bought 5 positions on margin, just for shits and giggles, just to have some fun. And I just want to make sure that when I go to NVDA, I just want to sell 5 shares here. And so let me go back here. What did I do? So I bought 5 shares at 194.54. So as soon as I get to 195, I'm just going to scrape some money off the top and get the fuck out of here. And I'm just waiting. So I'm at 194.23. Not really worried about it. So let's see here. I'm going to do market. And here we go. We're just ready. Remember I said we had a resistance at 195. So I doubt we'll get to the 195, and I think I'm late to the party. I think all the money that could have been made in this stock happened this morning. And the rest of us that's just doing this is the FOMO people. you know, fear of missing out. You never want to be the fear of missing out. Once you've missed a trade, the trade is over. It's good night. It's over. It's done. You can live for another day. Clearly, I should have bought in at the 194. But I'm just doing this live. Now I'm at 193, right? So now I'm in deep doo-doo right now. I'm in deep doo-doo. Deep fucking doo-doo. I'm at 194. Looking at the orders coming in. There's more sell orders coming in, obviously, than buy orders right now. But we're just watching to see if some buyers are going to come in and push that up. Let's go to the charts here. Trade. Look at that. They pushed me down all the way to 192, but the buyers pushed it back up to 194. So right now, this stock is fighting for its life. These are all the people that are late to the party. These are all the people that saw the big thing. They either had to work, they woke up late, they got to their desks late, they weren't following the pre-market at 6 a.m. So they're the guys that just jumped on, and here we go. All right. We're getting a run. We need one more green candle up. Let me bring this over here. As you can see, we need one more green candle up. We're at 1,436. $194.44. As soon as I get to 195, I'm just going to go. So I have a green candle now, but I can see that the buyers, the little tail end, the buyers push me down just a little bit at 194. I got to wait for the next minute. Okay. So there's a fight here. There's a huge fight going on here. The sellers are pushing it down. The sellers are pushing the stock down. I'm not nervous. Okay, we're at 194. We've got a doji. That means it's going to be a change. Sellers are selling. Buyers are pushing it back up again. As you can see here. See how this look on the screen here. As you can see, buyers are pushing that fucking puppy down. Buyers won. The last minute, the buyers won. Now we're going to 10-11. Remember, we're just trying to scrape some money off the top here. There we go. Buyers just pushed it up. Buyers are pushing it back down. Sellers won. Sellers pushed me down. Let me go back to the chat, see if anybody's talking to me. There we go again. Down. Back to my big chart and my thing here. We're at 194.31. Remember, I bought in at 194.50. Check my orders here. History. Oh no, I bought at 194.47. 194. So I'm basically like 20 cents in the hole, but again, it doesn't matter because I have so many shares at $100 a position that this loss doesn't mean anything. But I just wanted to do like a day trade to just show you guys what I'm looking at and what I do when I get in. This was a bad example because I got in really late. I should have got in at the 120 mark, but I just, fuck it, man. We just talking shit on the internet, man. You could see right here, it's at 194. There it is. We're about to make a run, folks. Sellers pushed it back down. There we go. We're at 194.39. A lot of consolidation going on right now. And that's basically when the stock is trading sideways, where it's really not going up, it's really not going down. It's staying in this pocket. And then later, a lot of guys would, if that pocket continues, then I guess we could have like a resistance. You could do like a resistance. So right now, we have a low of 190.80, right? Then we had a high of 193. We had a high of 194. We had a high of 195. As you can see, look at this. Here we go, folks. You could see on this candle that the buyers are pushing it up right here. Like these are the sellers trying to push it down, but the buyers are pushing that up. Right, here we go. So right here is confusion. We don't know what's going on. They got guys like me just waiting patiently for the next move. Guys, again, like I was saying, this was a very bad way. This was the worst. The worst thing to do was for me to get to the position at this state. The worst thing to do. The absolute worst thing to do. But like I said, this is just for shits and giggles. I'm not a financial advisor anyway. So I'm not supposed to be giving you advice anyway because I ain't got no fucking license from the SEC. But we're just fucking around on the internet here. And I'm in my underpants. Why would you even take me seriously? I'm talking stocks in my underpants. There we go. Buyers came in and won. Pushed that thing down. So remember, I bought in at 194.47. Yeah, I bought in at 194.47. So I'm basically lost like 10 cents a share right now. No big deal. This is just for shits and giggles, guys. Just shits and fucking giggles. There she is. 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 Pushed down. You can see that, right? We were up here. We're at a high of 194. And you can see here the sellers just came and pushed it down. Now we're in holy shit mode. This is what you call holy shit mode, right? So right here, look at that. That's my downtrend. This is what, if you're a day trader, this is what you've been waiting for, this downtrend. So then you could scrape it. You know you're gonna get you're getting some type. You can't get over the 194 mark, right? The 194, you could see it here. There was a lot of fighting here, right? So we got a little downtrend. Let's make that a little bit bigger. So now we got a downtrend right here. That's our downtrend. You can see we were at 194 here, and the sellers push us down to 194.14. Here we go. This is where the day traders will come in. You got a little downtrend, but it was a huge downtrend, right? We went from 194 to 19. You went to 194.39 to 194.06. Sellers are pushing it down again. We had a high of 194. They pushed it down. These motherfuckers are fighting right now. We're at 194.03 right now. 02. We're at 193. So here we go. We got a big push down. We got a huge push here. Huge push here. At 10.19, I'm expecting a bloodbath. At 10.18, I'm expecting a bloodbath. You see that? The sellers pushed it down to almost nothing. The buyers got fucking shook. Here come the buyers. Buyers are back. I know this is not, I don't know the name. I forgot the name of this candle. This looks like the way they fucking crucified Peter. Remember? I think they crucified Peter upside down. That's what this is. A crucifixion upside down. There it is again. I told you. I told you at 10.18, I was expecting a bloodbath. I told you that. 10.18, push us all the way down. Look, 10.19, another bloodbath. Bloodbath. I told you. The selling volume is so high right now. And you guys understand too, a lot of these guys bought this stock at $100. Some even bought it at 89, right? So they've doubled their money. They just went out. So, some guys, some guy with a couple of shares, maybe like 200-300 shares, he's on the shitter and he goes into work and everyone's like, you're here today, you're rich. And he's like, why, what happened? Oh man, your NVIDIA stock is going crazy. The stock that you've been talking about every day at the water cooler, well, it's up big right now. So now he's running to his phone to make a trade. Everybody's making a trade. And this is what's happening now, right? I told you at 10.18, we would get a bloodbath. And there it is. 10.19, bloodbath. I'm hemorrhaging money right now, but I just wanted to do this because you have to be in the game, right? So now I'm in the game. All right. There she is. Bloodbath. 10.18 will always be remembered as the day Bobby Shakes got fucked up on a stream trying to teach you how to day trade when he can't do it himself. Right, here we go. You see it. Now, if you just zoom out a little bit, look at that. 194, it can't get above 194. You draw your line here, it can't get above 194. A lot of that's the little consolidation, blah, 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 blah. Fighting for its life. Reminds me of Conor McGregor trying to beat Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. He's just fighting for his life. He's just waiting for the fucking bell to ring. We had a little. Now, usually for my sorry, with my day trade, with how I usually day trade is, I would wait for a downtrend, then I'd wait for some green candles, but I won't just jump in here. I got to see this candle build, and I would probably make a move around 1024. 1024 is when I would make my move to either buy or to stay on the sidelines on this stock. Because right now at 1022, I'm seeing what started to be an uptrend, but I need confirmation. I'm not seeing confirmation yet. As we're watching this, I'm just not seeing confirmation yet. Let me see if anybody's in the chat. Not seeing confirmation yet. There we go. I'm beginning to see an uptrend. And this is when I take the balls out of my panties and put on a pair of boxers and say, you know what? I think this is where I want to get in. So I want to see, I don't like this. 1024 is when I would make my move. And of course, you can't trust a guy talking stocks in this fucking boxers in a fucking dark basement. People, let's get it together here. All right, right here. If you have a pair of balls, you get in now because there was your downtrend. There was your downtrend, right? I wouldn't call this yet an uptrend, just me. Some badasses would call this an uptrend. I need one more step. I need one more step to get to the front door because I'm a pussy. 1025 is when I'm thinking. It's like double Dutch, right? You're like waiting for your time to get in. All right. So I'm down about 20 cents a share right now. I'm watching. There it is. I don't like that. I get scared. I get scared. I want to know what's going to happen at 1025 before I make my move. I'm still 20 cents. I'm still 20 cents. I'm still 20 cents a share loss. I have 5 shares, about 5 positions at 194.47. Right now, the stock is at 194.23. So I'm 20 cents a share out. I'm going to lose 20 cents a share plus 13% finance charge because I bought 5 shares on the margin. This is why margin is bad and good. Because if I won, I would have traded on free money. But the VIG is 13% on top of the loss, which a lot of people don't talk about. This is why trading on margin is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Because not only am I losing 20 cents share, so I lost 20 cents a share, but now Charles Schwab is going to hit me with a 13% finance charge because I borrowed money to buy these positions. This is why this is a very dangerous fucking game. That's why you got to know what the fuck you're doing. And I'm glad I did this today because, I mean, yeah, I'm going to lose a couple bucks today. But I wanted to show you guys real time that this shit is fucking serious. Because I bought this on the margin. Basically what a margin is, you have, I mean, I could have bought shit more, but we're just fucking around. Margin is, I think it's 50% of what your net value of your account is, right? So if you have $100 in your Charles Schwab account, they give you $50 on credit, right? You don't have to use that credit. You could just keep it there. But that credit is there for you to make more money. Or, in this case, lose your fucking shirt. And this is what I'm doing now. So basically, I'm down 40 cents a share. So 40 cents times 5 lets you know how much I'm in the hole. Plus, I have to pay a 13% interest rate on the money I borrowed from Charles Schwab. And there you go. At a high of 194. Now, if you zoom out, what's going on in the last 30 minutes, right? When you zoom out, and this is why you got to do these things, right? You got to zoom out, right? You got to see the war from 30,000 feet. You can't. It's very hard to see the game on the sidelines. You got to zoom out. Got to go in the press box. You got to look down and see what's going on. When you zoom out, it's really nothing to be scared about. It's really nothing to be scared about because we know this stock has a $200 potential. We know that. We know that this stock is going to go to $200. So what I could do, I'm going to make a couple of bucks, right? You're going to make a couple of fucking bucks on it. And that's that. I can hold it for a couple of days. It's 13% a month. So today is the 9th. So on November 9th is when they'll charge me the 13%. Right? It's not it's 13 it's a full calendar month. That's 13% finance charge. So clearly if you make your money and flip it, right? It's 13%. So it becomes pennies on the dollar. It becomes pennies on the dollar. But what I want to do is, right, if they're charging me 13% to borrow this money for these 5 positions, right? I want to make sure that NVIDIA is going to give me a 14, 15, 16, 20. You want a 30% stock jump, right? So if it jumps 30%, I can pay my 13% back to Charles Schwab, and then I can keep the profit if I hold it for a month. So that's why you got to make sure that you know what the fuck you're doing on margin. It's the worst credit card ever because that's the only credit card where you could buy shit that you really fucking love. Because let's face it, you take a credit card and you go and spend. How much did I spend? How much did I spend today? I'm terrible at math. That's why I shouldn't be fucking talking about stocks. I bought 194.47. Oh, whoa. 194.40. 194.40. What am I doing? $194. Let's do $194 times 5. Holy shit. So I spent $970 just now. Is that right? Yeah, it's almost $1,000. So I just spent $970 on margin. So I took out a $970 loan right now live on fucking a live stream. So I have to pay 13% on $970. Plus, the stock is down almost $1. So I got to make sure that this stock fucking moves, or I'm fucked. And as you can see here, I'm royally fucked because now we got a downtrend. And I think that's probably, that's probably the most movement we've had in the stock since 950. Right? 950, we had this high. 953, we had this super low at 955. But everything's been kind of into this pocket right here. As you can see, it's been in a nice pocket. But this right here, this has been, look at that. A lot of upside down crosses, man. A lot of Satan. The devil's a motherfucking lie. And this is what you should use your credit on, right? Even if I'm not a financial advisor, but it just makes more sense to me that I went out and bought and spent $970 on something that could potentially make me money and spending $970 on a pair of fucking shoes, which, let's face it, all the material things that you buy, if it doesn't make you money, I guarantee you fall out of love with it. Those jeans, that handbag, those Jordans, once you wear them once and everybody sees them and you get the praise and all, they've become useless. Right? That shiny new car is great for the first 2 years. After that, it becomes a pain in the fucking balls. This is what you should be using your credit on. And I'm glad I did this today because I've been telling a lot of people this is the only way out. I've been telling everybody, hey man, you gotta trade stocks. And then they came on the stream and go, motherfucker, you just fucking lost 13% on almost $1,000 in a couple of minutes. Yeah, but it's for shits and giggles. I'm in my fucking underpants. All right, let's see what we got going on here now. As you can see, as you zoom out, we're still in a pocket. Have we? Yeah, we did get it. We did get a new low. We got a new low at 193.29. Yeah, we did get a new low. And now we're just seeing profit taken. Buyers did push it up to 193.68, but then they got slaughtered. They tried to push it back. Then on the next candle, they tried to bring it back up and they got pushed down again. And the sellers came in and pushed it down. Now the buyers are fighting. Now this is when I think I'll get an uptrend because I did get a new low. I got a new low of 193. The last time I was at 193 was at 948. This is when you start to shit your pants. This is when you start to shit your pants. I'm at 192 right now. I'm at 192. So I'm getting fucking throttled. And I'm looking at the volume coming in. There's 200 sold. 20 sold, 50 sold, 160 sold, 600 sold, 50. The sales are just crazy. 1,000. Some guy just took 1,000. I just took 2,000. Like I just bought 2,000. Guy just bought 500, 600. Guy just sold 1,000. I'm not seeing the big buys come in. I just saw a buy for 12. I just saw a buy for 4,000 shares. So some guy just bought 4,000 shares at 193. Why I think this is a very dangerous stock, because you got to remember a lot of people bought it at 100 months ago. So now it's just everybody's getting a slam off of that. Everybody's getting a slam off of that. Yeah, we're doing it in the chat here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is a complete it's a fucking messy. This is messy over here. Almost said something crazy. I'm just not seeing the purchases that's coming in big enough to fight the sellers. I'm seeing a lot of sales come in. I'm not seeing big volume on the buys. I'm not seeing 3,000 shares, 5,000 shares. I'm seeing 120. So these are all the FOMO guys with small liquidity, just trying to get in. They missed out, and now they're just getting fucking swallowed up. They're just getting swallowed the fuck up, as you can see here. That's a pretty good fucking downtrend. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good fucking downtrend, people. That's a really, really good downtrend. Right there. Crazy. Stock is down $2. Remember, it's at $5. Oh yeah, this is messy. See right here. Oh, this drone battery's not charging. Oh, it's done. It's charged. Holy shit, that was quick. My drone battery's charged. It means I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work to make that $1,000 back that I just fucking lost on margin. All right, folks, I just wanted to get on. I just really wanted to get on and just want to get on. Yeah, I just wanted to get on and just show you guys the market. We're at 192. We're taking a fucking beating. And remember too, we're on margin, right? So shit. I spent $970. I think I'm almost down $2 a fucking share. Am I down $2 a fucking share here? Fucking crazy. 194. And then what we at? 194.47 minus 192.61. I'm down $1.06 a share. How am I gonna live without my fucking honey bun? All right. Drone is charged. I gotta go to work. I gotta make that $1.86 that I just fucking lost. Lost my fucking shirt. Lost my fucking shirt right now. So like they say in the news, we will monitor the situation.
Team close, madman. You understand? Good.
Good.
All Faces ENT Records.
Bad. Yeah, fuck there.
Guns. Me chout nah joke, me kill as a rock psycho, bunny for your clothes. I'm Mary full up the wardrobe, but no $50,000 when my
I fucked up. I wanted to end the stream. Well, hold on a second. I fucked up here. Hold on a second here. There we go. Fucking rookies. What do we got here? Fucking rookies. Where we go? All right. Click on here. Bobby Shakes. All right. Now I got this queued up. Go back to my live stream here. Make this a little bigger. Now we're out of here. Fats. Chronic Law. Doc Place. Squeeze.
team close, madman. You understand? Good.
Good.
All Faces ENT Records.
Bad. Yeah, fuck there.
Guns. Me chout nah joke, me kill as a rock psycho, bunny for your clothes. I'm Mary full up the wardrobe, but no $50,000 when my want smoke. Dub plate price higher than coke, run flat pine road, start car with button pull gate with code, chair tip on to a one fuck to a rat bat song and never sold. The place dark when my grow, but pendant shine, watch diamonds glow. Too much rifle for afraid of foe. Too much lyrics for can't find flow. DJ, some boy make slow, but check on no credit, bang bang a phone. God, when you see bad man a roll, still a rent car, still in a your grandmother.
Clean clothes, bad man. Clock chips, so we roll. Kingston, are where me born. Brooklyn, are where me grow. The place dark where me from. Badness, are where we know. Choppy line daily, every day, man, I get it all. Diamonds, them a glow. Big Benz touch you road. I will good man a smoke. Mary on the tea, yeah, Christian Dior. You know the code, the rifle him enough, we not afraid of the four. And they should know.
The place dark come grow, but pendant shine, watch diamonds glow. Too much rifle for afraid of four. Too much lyrics we can't find flow. Some boy make slow, but chop on no credit, come bang a phone. God, when you see bad man a roll, still a rent car, still in a run.
Pull up in the G63, clock 4-3, tuck under the white tee. Pocket full of green, all faces are green. Sport button get pressed by turbo screen right now.
Dog plate price higher than coke. Run flat by road, start car with button pull gate with coat. Shirt tip and toe. One to the rat bat song and never souls. The place that come grow, but pendant shine, watch diamonds glow. Too much rifle for afraid of four. Too much lyrics we can't find flow. Some boy make slow, but chop on no credit, come bang a phone. God, when you see bad man a roll, still a rent car, still in a grandmother house.
Man, now far for them. And they should go. One fats, one dog boss. Yeah, it's a mistake. Mad, man. Yeah, shines. All faces we say. Yeah.